Hello, Year 9. Today we are going to have a look at a midpoint, gradient and length review. So these are the first three things we did in this topic. We're going to review them today just because it's been a while and because it's probably the three of the major things that we need to learn in this topic. So if you remember, we looked at the first thing, midpoint. Now our midpoint, if we're looking at an interval, is simply the point which is halfway. So if we look at this first one, we've got a point here, 3, 2, another point, 7, 8. We're looking for the point which is in the middle there. Now, what we can see almost by inspection is that midpoint is going to be halfway on the x and halfway on the y if we're looking for the coordinates for it. So remembering the coordinates for a point are x and y. So the way we find that is we find the average of the x coordinates is the x value, and the average of the y coordinates is the y value. So remembering that the x coordinate is the first one in the pair and the y coordinate is the second one. So finding the average of the x, our x point is going to be 7 plus 3 or 3 plus 7, it doesn't matter which way around you put them in, divided by 2. That is the average. We add them together and divide them by 2. That's equal to 5. Our average of our y is going to be, average of our y, I'll change colours to go to green. That's what we're doing, and the average of our y's are going to be the two y points. And again, it doesn't matter which order you put these down because you're adding them together. So when you add two numbers together, it does not matter which one comes first or which one comes second, or we can go 2 plus 8 on 2. So our midpoint is xy is equal to 5, 5 on this occasion. Looking at our next example, we'll do another one for midpoint. Now midpoint, this one we can see that this one, the first one we had both of the values were both in the positive segment. Both our x and our y were both positive. In this next one, we've got a negative x, where both our y's are still in the positive. Now it is still the same scenario. Our x is the average of the x coordinates and our y is the average of the y coordinates. So our x, once again, is equal to the 2 points in any order, minus 2 is the one on the left, plus 3, all over 2. Now 3 minus 2, you can change it around, or minus 2 plus 3, put in your calculator, is 1 on 2, a half. Now y coordinates, looking at those again, we've got the average of those. So y is equal to, doesn't matter which order we put them in, but as in y, there's one y, there's the other y, 4 plus 1 on 2. Is equal to 5 on 2. You can leave it like that. I would put it, if I was trying to graph it, change it to 2.5. So our midpoint, our x, y values for the midpoint, x is half and y is 2.5. You can leave it at 5 on 2. I'm going to let you, there's another 4 left, I'm going to let you do those ones, and I'm going to move on to finding the gradient. So our gradient is our rise over our run, it's our slope. So when we're doing that, we want our rise is the difference in y. So these, when I do these two, these are going to be the two I do. I'm simply going to count how many I've got there, how many. And here we're not on grid paper, so it's a little bit more difficult. But we have got our points there anyway, so that should be pretty straightforward. So if we are looking, so that was our rise, and our run is across here. Here is our run. Okay, so if I put those values on there in the first instance, my rise is going from here to here. It is going from 2 to 8. It is 6. And my run is going from 3 across to 7. So it is 4. There's 4 spots here. 1, 2, 3, 4 for my run. 6 on 4. So my gradient, and when I look at it, I'm looking for is it positive or negative. It is going that way. That is positive. So my gradient is going to be plus 6 on 4. If I put that in my calculator, or maybe I can simplify that myself, it's 3 on 2. Looking at my next one, I'm going to do the same thing. In the first instance, I'm just looking for what the difference is in those values. So the first one with my y, I'm going from this point, which is 1, up to this point 4. It is 3. 1, 2, 3 is that value. Going across the other way, I want to see how far it is. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across to from -2 to 3. So this value here is 5. So my gradient is equal to 3 on 5 is that gradient. Now I need to look at the sign, and it is going down, so it's negative. So I'm just going to give myself a bit more space. My gradient is equal to -3 on 5. So again, I'll let you do those remaining 4 questions. They shouldn't take you any longer than what they're taking me to do here now. Now our last thing is we're looking for the length of the interval. How long is it to going from here up to here? Now we can see that we've got a right angled triangle. We've got Pythagoras, we've got length squared equals y squared plus run squared. Remembering that's from Pythagoras, which we learnt to be c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So c is going to be the square root of those two things. So let's put our values in. We've already worked out our rise. Our rise is 6, and our run is 4. So we've got our length squared is equals 6 squared plus 4 squared is equal to 36 plus 16. I recommend that you just go straight from there to there in your calculator. So L is equal to the square root of 52. Now we're going to leave it in this case. We can leave it as that if we need an exact answer. If we don't, then we're going to put in, if we've been asked to go to 2 decimal places, which is the norm, if I put in square root 52 into my calculator, I'm going to get 7.211, which is equal to 7.21. Okay, looking at my next one over here, again I've got L squared is equal to the rise is 3 from up here. My run is 5 plus 5 squared. This time round I'm just going to put them, not write them down, but put them straight into my calculator to get 9 plus 25, my calculator's my head, equals 34. L is the square root of 34, which if I put in my calculator, square root of 34 is 5.830. So the 2 decimal places, 5.83. Okay, so please have a go at those remaining 4 questions. You should be able to get them through them pretty okay.